morning for a unique thing. You've created, we'll call it well, it's a video, but it's kind of a little life video of a good Jackson. I'm gonna let you go into it. I'm gonna let you. I don't want to spoil the glory.
Well, it's really a tribute. Yes, it's focused on Jackson resident Dick Devellian, but it's really a tribute to all of us seniors who choose to stay active, keep an active lifestyle in spite of our age, assuming there's no other barriers. We don't want to let age alone get in the way.
Right.
And we're out there. One of the things that I noticed when I first moved here about 10 years ago is there were no lack of playmates for those who have a little bit of gray hair. And Dick Devellian is a great example of one of those folks. A lot of people know Dick, and we'll see how they react to what I've done with him. And especially Dick, I apologize in advance if I've left anything out, Dick. But in fact, I know I left lots of things out. When you do something like this, it's inevitable. So.
Right. Well, let's watch that, and we got it all queued up. So a video that you put together. So let's roll the videotape, Hans.
Somewhere in my early 20s, I got very enthusiastic about downhill skiing. So we used to come up here on weekends and ski, and that was, I think that started the first year Wildcat opened, when I first started skiing. And we used to, visit the different ski clubs, and that's where I met my wife, Claire. She was a ski bee, and I was in a sort of unofficial club called the Mountain Men. So I was in my 40s, actually, when I started my own business. It was a manufacturing business. I was trained as a tool and die maker, so I ended up in the manufacturing business, with our own product. The product was something that goes into plastic injection molds. It eliminated the scrap plastic when you mold it apart. I was able to sell the business in my 50s and retire. When I retired, the company was in Massachusetts. We moved up here to Jackson, New Hampshire.
Go!
I always rode a bicycle like all kids do, but then I started getting more serious about it when I was around 40.
So it's never too late.
Never too late, right.
Right. And you're, what, 45 now?
Yeah, I'm 45, yeah.
Plus.
Plus a few more years.
Plus
76.
Well today.
Well, felt good.
Remember, do you know what your time was?
I think it was around 1:39. I think I just looked at my watch quick.
Okay.
Close to that, within a minute or two, plus or minus. Well, I started in my early 40s, and I'm 76 now, and I've skipped a few years, so I know it's over 20, but I lost count. I don't know how many times.
Biked so much that he wore out his knees, and he ended up having a double knee replacement. He wanted to get it over with, so he did both of them at the same time, or within 3 days of each other. But he recovered well. I, in turn, introduced snow sculpting to Dick. I had been doing it up here for a few years, and then we teamed up, and then we ended up going to national competitions. Once we went to Breckenridge for an international competition, and another time we went over to France. One of the things you needed to be is very much in shape too, so biking helped us, because when you're carving a block that is 12 feet high, 12 feet wide, 12 feet deep, you have a lot of snow to move.
Somewhere in my 40s, I started to draw. I started doing some pencil sketches, and then I got into charcoal. These are charcoal drawings that I've done of different people I know. And more recently, I got into doing some sculpture in clay, water clay, and oil clay. And I also use these clay models to, again, more recently, especially moving up here into North Conway, got into snow sculptures and ice sculptures.
His art, he's extremely dedicated. He works really, really hard with tremendous detail for long periods of time. I'm actually quite amazed at him on a regular basis for his dedication. You always get the truth from him. No funny business, no filigree. An excellent, dry, irreverent sense of humor. Really wonderful.
Several years ago, Dick was introduced to soaring. He recently soloed and will have his license soon.
The fascination of soaring is, it's really quite different than most things you do. It's exciting, there's a hint of danger, it really teaches you to be careful. It does get the adrenaline flowing, it's beautiful, it's quiet. Again, you feel like a bird. People talk about bucket lists, and it passes my mind once in a while about making a bucket list. But the list would get very long because this curiosity thing that I have, I think, I'm curious about everything I see, so I can't possibly do them all, but some circumstance will get me involved in some new thing, and I'll just follow it because, again, my interest created, I guess, by this curiosity.
Say the important thing to understand about Dick is his ability to, and his curiosity, his ability to do research, to figure things out. He's got what I would call digging dog curiosity, so it doesn't matter what the question comes up, physics or practical considerations. Whatever the question is, he'll work on it and work on it and work on it for days or weeks until he comes up with the answer.
Currently, he is taking tango lessons at the North Conway Community Center on Sundays. Can Dancing with the Stars be in his future? Dick says no, but you can be sure if he had set it as a goal, he would have already been there.